Yeah, this is for the culture and for those who love us. Chill. From CFW, Compton's most wanted in this motherfucker. South side to the best, north side to the beast. Doing folk with the 80. Greater later, player to player. Real shit lasts forever.
Let's go.
Let's do it, D. Once again.
All right.
I love saying that part. Once again, that means we still coming at you.
Welcome to the Sick Show. Let's introduce the whole co-hosts. We got Montage One.
Yes, you do.
We got The Chill, CMW.
You got the chill.
What it do, what it do?
I am MannyUP. Manny, thank you.
Manny.
And we got Big D on the boards.
D, motherfucker,
D, motherfucker, D.
There you
All right,
go.
I always say this, motherfuckers, but we got something special tonight.
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
I always repeat myself, but we've just been blessed, man. We just been blessed. We got one of the godfathers of West Coast rap
Damn near the only.
music. We got
Real talk.
DJ Lonzo.
Lonzo from the world
man.
famous
My man,
Press
welcome
in
to
the
the
building.
Wrecking
motherfucking show,
crew,
brother.
man. Jesus Christ.
I mean, if
Man.
we're going to go from the top, we got to start at the tip top, right?
I mean, we've been going from the top, and guess whose name gets brought up from King T,
Yeah,
from Chill,
yeah. 8,
yeah,
Hutch.
Battle Cat,
Yeah.
Battle Cat,
Cut Hutch,
yeah.
yeah, man.
And in the movie, nigga.
Now what? That's right.
What's
And
up with it, Lonzo?
tell us something good.
Hanging like a chandelier, just trying to shine.
That's right. That's right.
I mean,
That's
man,
what we
you
do.
G as it get, man. I'm like, damn, and shit, you still lasting, brother.
I'm still here, Doc. I'm
Still doing
here.
your thing.
Yes,
That's
sir.
blessing.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. What you got going on these days, Lonzo?
Man, I do some of everything. I do my own podcast called the NWA Stories with Lonzo.
That's right.
I got a nonprofit called the Lyrical Revolution, trying to get these youngsters to stop killing each other.
That's
on
right.
music
I hope
all the
so.
time.
Man, that's right.
Man, I do some of everything. I teach podcasting to ex-offenders.
Okay.
So I'm trying
Nice.
to put them on the
Damn.
mic and let them tell their stories, because
Right.
we got some brothers that got some stories.
Man,
out there.
they do.
man.
It's
They
amazing
do.
stories come
They
from
do.
man.
Man, and you know, I do that because so many of these guys got caught up on some straight bullshit.
Yeah.
And got
Yeah,
4-5 years
Yeah.
just by being with the wrong person at the wrong time.
Yep.
And the person that did the crime can't tell you it had nothing to do with the shit.
Right.
Nah, I can't
Right.
say it.
You know what I
real
noticed
scenario.
is that what I noticed is that motherfuckers be locked up. Like, say a motherfucker got locked up in 1990 something for a pound of weed or something.
Yeah.
These days, that pound of weed is not going to get you locked up.
Nah, ticket.
Right. So
Nah, it's a
they're getting
ticket.
their lawyers to go back, the ones that got enough bread or whatever, to go back and try to like turn that shit around.
Yeah.
But they just not going to be like checking through the records like, oh, this dude, that's
Nah.
not happening.
Yeah, but ain't no money in the world that's going to put back that time you lost.
Nah,
I
the
know.
time is gone.
I know.
Time is
Yeah.
gone, unfortunately.
And you can't sue when they change a law up. It's like, nigga, that was back
So if
then.
they right now, if they say it's cool to kill somebody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that motherfucker was in jail for
Technically.
murder.
You fucked.
Technically.
But you done did that time. You
It
done
was
did that
illegal when
time.
you did the
Yeah,
shit.
it was illegal when you did.
You got to pay for it.
You got to pay the piper. Okay, now, a lot of cats know the story of the world-class wrecking crew. But we're going to start even before that because we got them here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, come on, man. You hear about the world-class wrecking crew,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. They was at the roller skating rink doing shows. But, Lonzo,
Yes.
how did you start in music, brother? Your first start.
Man, I started back in the 70s, dude.
All right.
I started back in the 70s.
And they wasn't hip hop then, right?
There wasn't no hip hop. See, I
Yeah.
was telling somebody today, I got on my podcast, a young lady hit me up. Lonzo, you take a lot of credit for stuff you didn't do. You wasn't no rapper, blah, blah, blah. I said, babe, what you understand is, if you understand music and movies, this thing called pre-production.
Right.
When it came to the pre-production of West Coast hip hop,
Right.
It was three. Can I cuss? I got-
Oh, yeah, you
I
can
got
do
to be
whatever.
nice.
Yeah.
No,
Do
you
your
ain't got to be
thing.
nice.
Oh,
You
we
can do
talk-
whatever.
Ladies, you don't mind, do you? I got to be. I got to be me, okay?
Yeah, do your thing. Nigga, do you. Let me help
Do
you set it
you.
off. Do you, motherfucker. Do you.
Okay, it was 3 motherfuckers doing this shit. Okay, me, Roger Clayton, and Unknown DJ.
Shout out to
That's
Roger
right.
Clayton, man.
Come
Shout
on,
out
give
to
us-
Roger
that's right.
Clayton.
Yeah, super
That's
shout
who I
out.
was like the name when I was
Yeah,
schooling a young girl about Uncle Jam's Army and all that.
Roger Clayton.
It was
Exactly.
3 motherfuckers doing this shit. We the only ones. See, back in the 70s, we were all dance promoters and DJs.
Yeah.
So I was a DJ fresh out of high school.
Okay.
1975. I left Gardena High School.
Okay, I was gonna say.
What was you working with? What was your wheels at the time?
Nigga, I had some belt drive.
Yeah, belt drive like a
Put a knob
motherfucker.
on the mixer and shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't no scratching and shit. So I went to broadcast school.
Yeah.
I went to broadcast school right around the corner on Marlton.
Okay.
Okay.
And I learned radio. There wasn't no DJ school, wasn't no scratching school, wasn't no
Right.
shit like that. It was just you had to learn radio broadcasting.
Radio, right, right.
Personnel, yeah.
But it was in the disco era.
Right.
And me and my partners shortly after that started doing disco dances.
Right.
In hotel rooms and ballrooms and
Nice.
stuff like that. And we put 500 kids in there at $4-5 a head.
Right.
Back in the 70s.
Damn.
Wow.
And I did that all over the city, and then I got real popular because wasn't a bunch of cats running around in the city with turntables and mixers and speakers in his van like
Right.
me.
Right.
So is this around like Carolina West days, name of the game? You know,
I
over
think it
on
would
Western?
predate that.
That's
Carolina,
pre.
Carolina,
It's pre that.
Yeah.
In the
Carolina
70s?
West.
Because I remember my mom, if she used to have somebody babysit me, I'm finna
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to the name
I
of
was
the
like,
game.
I was like 2,
Like
probably.
that. Yeah.
Carolina West might have been around, but name the game. That was the old school players club. You go over that, but you gonna get diabetes from the sugar daddy. You gonna get you a bad case of diabetes, that motherfucker, right? And but the DJ on even at the name of the game, DJ only played between the band.
Right.
He had one turntable. He played a couple of records. He talked shit between the records. You wasn't doing 2 turntables.
Right. Right. Right.
See, I got my 2 turntables from being in the radio thing.
Right.
Most of the time, you had one record player.
Right.
And you had some records, and between the records, my name is Moon Man from so
Right.
and so, and
You
here you
bring
go.
that next one
Bring
in.
the record. Bring the record. You
That's
you
hard.
steadily changing the records
Right,
while
right.
you talking shit. That's why DJs had to talk shit.
Right.
That's
Right.
dope.
Nice.
Because most clubs didn't have 2 turntables.
Give it up for that, D.
I mean, for real.
Yeah.
So that's the, I mean, we
That's
all
the
know
origin.
the
That's
DJ was the importance back then.
Yeah.
So on the West Coast, this is basically where it started
Yes.
from. You know what I mean? The DJ
sure.
played the music in between,
In between
the band.
15
getting
minutes
down.
is all he had.
Right.
all
So
he
this
got.
is before rap.
Before rap.
This is before
Yeah.
techno
You-
shit as well, Planet Rock, all that
You
stuff.
had a couple of guys, like my boy, I got to give him a shout out, Disco Daddy.
Disco Daddy.
Disco Daddy. Disco Daddy. West Coast OG. He was down the street. He was down the street on Adams, this little club. I can't think of that. That name always slips in my
Court?
mind. No. This is cross street from Johnny's Pastrami.
So we just gonna call it
I-
Showcase. The Showcase. It was called the Showcase.
okay.
It was the
I was
Showcase.
gonna call it the Regal Beagle.
No, it was the Showcase.
With Jack Tripper,
Y'all know the Regal Beagle?
Jack Tripper chilling in there.
And the Showcase was a teen nightclub too. Okay.
Okay.
I was on the west side, and then I think they opened in like 74. We opened in they opened in 77. We opened in 79.
Okay.
Okay. But mine was different because I was the first DJ with a residency in his own nightclub. See, I paid the rent.
Right.
I paid the security guards. I
Right.
paid the other DJs. I had Unknown, Dr. Rock, and some other DJs working for me because I was a hot jock at the time.
Right, right.
So I ran my club like a radio station, like I've
Right.
been trained.
Right.
Nice.
I'm rocking from 9 to 4, 9 to 5 sometimes.
Right.
One cat can't do that by itself. So I'm paying my guys $50 like you saw in the movie, but I got 3 of them.
Right.
So that's how we did our thing, and we promoted our own parties. And then sometimes we go out to we do a party at Alpine Village,
Oh,
or
yeah.
the Queen Mary,
Right.
or the Biltmore Hotel, and bring the after party back to the Eve.
Right.
Or if you gave a dance like Uncle Jam's Army, they hated
Wait,
it.
hold on. You said the Eve. Okay. This is in the 70s where we at, right?
Ladies, y'all know this at the Boom Boom Room. Ah, look at him smile.
So the Eve, boom, that's when you start doing your own
I
get out.
started at the Eve. I started my own spot in 1970.
Eve After Dark, y'all.
Eve
That's
After
our
Dark.
camera right
They know
there.
that as the Boom Boom Room as the law. Because I know her from the clubs. Wave your hand, because I think I see some dollars in your hand before. You a big tipper. Go ahead. Anyway.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
They know what I mean.
Classic
All right.
Lonzo.
All
man.
right.
Lonzo.
All right.
You know what I mean? All right, so look. You
We
at
at the
the
Eve.
You at the Eve
We at
After
the
Dark.
Eve.
We at the Eve After Dark.
When did Skateland and Doodles and all that shit kick in?
79, we had Eve After Dark. Me and the police got into it. So about 1983, I started experimenting. About 84, I started experimenting outside of Eve After Dark with Doodles.
Right.
So when we finally shut Doodles down, I just moved around the corner and the dude that owned Dudos, we was rocking Dudos so hard. The dude that owned Skateland, which Dudos is right next door to Skateland,
Right.
came over. Hey, dude, I see you doing a good job over here on Friday night. You want to do a skating ring on Saturday? You goddamn right.
Man, shout out to
Yeah.
Skateland USA,
Shout
man.
out
They
to
just tore that
Skateland.
place down.
Yeah.
Real monumental spot.
Never
in
been
Compton.
there myself. You know,
Yeah.
World on Wheels was my, get down. But shout out to that shit. That shit was a
Skateland
little
USA.
too dangerous
Yeah.
for a West Side nigga.
Hey, look, it was, I'm
Keep it
from
a stack
Compton.
of
I'm from
pancakes.
Compton, and I couldn't be hanging around there. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't did it if
Yeah.
I didn't have the police in my back pocket.
Yeah, bro. Okay, cool.
Nice.
You got to
Right.
understand, Dudos is on. If you jump off the roof in Dudos, the person whose backyard you gonna land in, their backyard, their front street is their front lawn is on Pyru.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like Mecca,
Right.
Of all
Yeah.
things,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Off-
This is where the Pyru started.
started.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Where they started.
The OGs that
And
takes
I was
me at a
from
centennial.
Pyru, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Were
but
you?
it wasn't the same. Like, it was West Side, bro. Like
Man, look,
Inglewood.
this
like,
is the Pyru
we wasn't
before
going over there.
Pyru. We talking about
Exactly.
Pyru and Central
What Pyru
Street.
did you grow up on?
Avenues.
Okay. All right. There was two Pyrus around the corner. There was one on Central and one on Avalon.
Right.
The
See,
one-
that's the east side. That's
The
what I'm
Av-
saying.
yeah.
We was
No,
West Side
that's the
Pyru.
west side of Compton.
Right,
We're in a whole nother city.
On Avalon,
right,
they
right.
was
Yeah.
the five. The Pyrus over there was fives.
Right.
They was 135s.
135s.
135. So
Right.
you had the real Pyrus. Then you had, if you go across McKinley over across Avalon, Pyru started again.
Yeah.
And they was in the 135s.
Right.
They was not the same. They was not connected.
Right.
They just had the same street name.
Right,
They
right.
tried to, but it wasn't like that.
So
Yeah,
look, you got
exactly.
all these guys at Skateland USA. You know what I mean? And you know, they partying. I remember back in them days, you know what I mean? The Crips, they couldn't go hang out up there.
Yeah.
You wasn't affiliated with that.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And, you know, you was basically, you know, funk, R&B,
Right.
techno.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where did the rap shit come in at?
Well, see, people got to understand, man. This the part. Even when I see the movie Straight Outta Compton, the more I see the movie, the more I just like it. Because we wasn't a whole bunch of rap even back then. It was
Right.
a little bit of shit.
Right.
I just had Curtis Blow and Run DMC. They was the hottest shit, and LL Cool J was just breaking. We had him at Dudos. All he had was my radio.
Right.
LL.
So
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
a
yeah.
whole lot of.
And he came to World on Wheels.
Came on
and
World on
got
Wheels.
damn near killed at
He
that
damn nigga got
motherfucker.
killed at Skateland.
Okay, same shit.
That nigga had
But
to
it was
run-
Crips over there
But
tried to do it.
I think he had a blue suit on.
Yeah, he had some red shit
Nigga,
on. That's crazy.
He
dude.
didn't get the, he
New
didn't get
York.
the gang
Fucking-
mask.
His story is
New
legendary,
York.
dude. He had
New
red
York.
shit on at fucking World on Wheels, dude, and them niggas, he had to leave.
He had to leave.
You know what I'm saying? He had to leave.
It was vicious back
So
in
the
them days,
so the
man.
bridge. So let's get back to the bridge. So the bridge from you DJing Skateland and Dudos into now kind of having performances. How did that come about?
I was a promoter. I brought in Curtis Blow. Brought in
Okay.
Run DMC. I
What
used to talk
Curtis
to-
Blow had out back then? The breaks?
He was just about to drop the breaks. First, all he
Christmas
had
rap.
Christmas rap.
Christmas.
I did a show on Christmas Eve. Curtis Blow Christmas rap.
Wow.
And he dropped the breaks.
Shout out to that, please.
Shout out to that, man.
That's dope. That's
Don't
dope.
you give me
Yeah.
on that job about things you wrote before Oz and Law.
The
Yeah,
breaks
come
came
on,
out.
that's my shit.
The
I play
breaks
that
came
every
out
year.
like 76, 77.
Did it?
No, no,
78.
78. Breaks came out 78.
Montage, you hear this?
We had him like 81.
I'm listening, bro, and
We had
I
him-
was there, and I'm like, damn, the accuracy of the dates is a motherfucker.
We had him like 81. He was still cool, but
Right.
he wasn't fire hot.
Right.
So I
Okay.
could afford him back then.
Right. Yeah.
I brought him to Eve After Dark, and he brought Davey DMX with him.
Oh, shit. Shout out to that, please. Yeah, that's one of my favorite.
And Davey DMX,
Damn. Hey.
Davey DMX showed Dr. Dre and DJ Yella how to scratch.
Wow.
There wasn't no scratching on the West Coast before then.
There you go.
There was
you
no
go.
scratching.
Know that
we were-
history.
Now we were talking about earlier how it's crazy how New York DJs technically got skipped on the craft of DJing, which is weird considering that they started, but you guys made it famous. You understand what I'm saying? Like worldwide famous, like worldwide, famous, bro. Like, do you realize that?
I was betting on Yella and Dre like they was racehorses against anybody.
Right.
Because we was making records.
Right.
If you ever heard these records called Z-Rocks, these party records, they was mixed records. We was making all of them shits.
Okay.
At one point, in fact, Mike T had a post yesterday of all his records, all them Z-Rocks, crew cut-ups, house.
And that's my boy. I went to high school with him.
Shout out to my DJ,
my
Mike
boy.
T.
That's right.
Compton's Most Wanted.
All the Z-Rocks, cut-ups, mixed parties, all that shit was mine. Okay? I would hire Mike T or DJ Yellow or Dre would do all the mixes.
Right.
I slang him at the swap meet.
Right.
And that's how we was getting our hustle on back in the day.
Yeah.
And then everybody started doing the hustle, and I moved on to something else.
Right.
And it just, we was, because we had the 4-track, and they were able to do all kind of shit on the 4-track you couldn't do
that
in
you
real
couldn't
life.
do with two hands.
Right. So that kind of raised the bar, and then cats started getting good and start doing that shit.
Right.
And that's how we became the whole thing for West Coast got more competitive with the turntables.
Right.
Because it was for years it was just blending and mixing.
World class.
The movie depicts you. Like when Dre and them wanted to play hip hop, you was like, man, fuck that. You
Like technically the first hater of hip hop.
You know what I mean? He was like, he wanted to play Steve Arrington, and you want to play Rolls Royce.
Now, you know what? That's why I said I was sitting at the pad last Sunday, man. I was in the studio and straight out of Compton, I saw it on my guide. I'm gonna watch this bullshit again. And when I first saw it, don't get me wrong. I love this shit. They got me in the movie and shit.
Right, clear.
Yeah.
I mean, did they hit it on point?
I got a fresh Jerry curl.
Did you see that curl?
Was the Jerry right,
It was
nigga?
drippy, too.
Was it right?
It was
right?
drippy.
Look,
It wasn't drippy enough.
Oh,
Okay?
shit.
It was moist.
Yeah.
But it didn't fuck up my
It
collar.
was moist, but fuck up that collar.
Drippy.
You gotta fuck up a collar or some sheets or some shit.
Yeah, the stains on the couch is real.
If you don't get to stand on the couch, see, a Jerry curl was a weapon.
Whoa.
So when you got into a fight, if you get a Jerry curl, you some nigga eyes, he can't see shit.
Or how about when the cops tried to nab a nigga, like got that curl and then he was all
hey,
slippery
look,
then,
it's
nigga.
different levels of curls. You had the leisure curl, you had the California curl,
Right.
you had the
The
when you had
original
short
Jerry
hair,
curl,
Jerry
nigga?
curl. When
Right.
you had short hair, you had got a kitty kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
More of a wave. It was more of a wave than a curl.
It's levels to that shit.
But he had rollers in his shit.
I had to go to the beauty shop and sit
Yeah.
there for 3 hours and get my shit dipped and
Fresh off the
and
bag.
fresh.
Was your head burning?
Man, the
Nigga knew how to not scratch
Nigga was
like
like
1
Malcolm
week
X.
before the appointment.
Like Malcolm X,
don't
let it
scratch
burn.
your head,
you
nigga.
can't
Don't
scratch
scratch
your
head.
brain at all. You can't do no thinking.
Nigga be like, nigga, I think we was doing this for the female probably. Like shit,
Hilarious.
nigga.
Okay, back to your studio, 4-tracking, Dre and Yella's mixing. So when did the albums and like the world class record crew evolve?
See, we were all doing dance music. We were all club promoters. We were all dance promoters. Okay, that was our thing. That was our hustle before crack hit. Everybody in this mom, including EAZY E, was a dance promoter. He was trying to do. He had a company called High Power Productions.
Right.
I remember that.
Him and Dre was doing his little parties, whatever. They was trying to. That was the hustle. Uncle Jam's Army was the big dog. Lonzo was second. Lonzo had the club every week. Uncle Jam was doing the sports arena from time to time in Long Beach in Santa Monica Civic Auditorium. They was doing big shit. We was doing consistent shit.
Right.
Okay. I'm knocking down 4 or 5 racks a week just on Friday and Saturday with the kids, and they doing their thing. So we was the hustlers of that era.
Right.
Before crack came along.
Right.
And we talking what, 78, 79?
79 to about 85.
Okay.
85, 84, no, 79 to about 80, 84 was the heyday of promoters. Me, Roger and Unknown, the only ones that were promoters that transitioned into hip hop.
Okay.
Most of the other promoters got into insurance or something more stable, real estate or whatever the case may be. We were the only idiots. I mean, the only cats that stayed with the shit
Right.
and still, till the chickens home.
Right.
And me and Unknown, the only ones still doing this shit right now. So
Nice.
Shout out to that, please.
yeah, we evolved from the very beginning. When we first heard about hip hop, we didn't know what it was. But you understand this: in L.A. and Compton, we was rocking with Don Campbell. They was pop locking and shit, which is a first. Which they was locking which was the first version of damn near like that shit on the curb. What you call that shit? Break dancing.
Yeah, no,
Okay?
it wasn't damn near. It was.
Right.
You know what I'm
So-
saying?
Well, it was called the lock.
Yeah, it was
Right.
a lock
You know what I'm saying?
Then it was
called the
pop locking.
Not pop locking.
It was
talking
lock
about the
saying.
lock.
After
That
though,
rerun
pop
shit.
lock.
The locking was that rerun
Yeah, when you
shit.
winding that shit up.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to school. I'm going to Centennial. A couple of lockers went to Centennial. My girlfriend at the time, who lived off of Long Beach and Ward. Okay, I take the bus, walk through Compton, cause our house Long Beach and Ward, through the hood. You
Right.
can still do this shit.
Right.
Okay, and take locking lessons in her backyard. One of her friends was on Soul Train. I'm trying to get on Soul Train.
Right.
But I never made Soul Train. I never been as a fucking dancer or as a wrecking crew. God damn it.
Damn.
Don Cornelius was gone before I got my shit together.
Right.
Wait, the record crew didn't make
We
Soul
never
Train?
made Soul Train,
Y'all
man.
never made Soul Train?
That would've been a good
fuck
one,
no.
Turn out the lights. Wasn't on Soul Train?
Turn Lights came out in '87, man. Soul Train was gone.
Oh yeah.
Soul Train was gone.
It was American Bandstand and
Yeah.
shit by then.
It was still on the air, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't
true.
the same, right? So, it just was. We had West Coast had its own. It wasn't called hip hop. We was doing shit way that all this shit was intertwining.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we was doing some shit. It hadn't been labeled hip hop yet, but we had our own thing that we was doing, dance, and we was doing the music. We was doing our own parties. Because at some point in time, because back in the day, in the '70s, in the early days, when I was a kid,
Right.
all the parks had dances.
Right.
Capitol Park,
Right.
Gonzalez Park, Luthers Park. KGFJ was a radio station before K-Day.
Right.
And they would come out there. Tom Cross, you had to put your shoes off because everybody wore hard shoes back then. And they had sock hops.
Sock, I was about to say, sock.
Cost you 50 cents to get your groove on.
Yeah.
And you dance, blah, blah, blah. You might get your pockets patted on the way home, but you never got beat up and shot.
Right.
Niggas,
A little tax
let me
on the
hold
way
something
home.
Give me $5.
Yeah, no, it wasn't $5. Give me 50 cents.
Oh, okay.
Fifty
You
cent.
talking 70s.
Okay.
50 cent was a
50
lot.
cent.
Yeah,
50
enough.
cent.
Right. Oh,
That-
shit.
50 cent was a meal at McDonald's back then,
Yeah,
man.
right. Full on.
Whole full
With
meal.
some change.
That's right.
Nice. So, world class wrecking crew. Y'all putting out records. You performing at your clubs. Was that the peak, or you thought hip hop wasn't gonna go far, or why did you stay in that lane and didn't move quicker into the lane that Easy did?
Because one, I bet on hip hop when it first came out. I knew it was coming to California.
Right.
I knew it was coming to California. When I saw Run DMC, Run DMC cost me $500, 3 plane tickets, and hotels for a 15-minute show. I said, fuck that, I can do that myself.
Right.
Damn.
Okay, and that's when I made my first record called Slice. Now, we made Wrecking Crew to perform at Eve After Dark.
Right.
Okay.
That was our thing. We was gonna make our own hip hop group, make a record, perform Eve After Dark, do our things, do those, whatever the case may be, and the shit blew up.
Right.
Next thing I know, I'm on planes. I'm on buses, and
You thinking a house band?
we thinking about a house
Just a
band.
house band,
Because
but-
we got 4
Exactly.
DJs.
Now
we ain't
you on tour.
Now I'm on tour.
So look,
Nice.
the record crew consisted of who?
The record crew initially
World
consisted-
class, that is.
Yeah, world class.
Yeah, because it was 2 wrecking crews.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You had the crew, and then you had the actual.
We had
group.
the wrecking world class was
Right.
the recording group.
Right.
That was me. It started off with Unknown. Unknown was a part of world
Really?
class for a minute, but he left real early in our career. Me, Dr. Dre, Yella, DJ Clientele. Later on came in Shakespeare.
Okay. There you go. Shout out to that.
Shout out to the original members.
world class wrecking crew.
So we speed it up. Y'all have success because you thought it was gonna be a house band, but the shit blew up. It's spinning out here. It's spinning in the Midwest and the East, and you're doing tours. Now, why wasn't Dre and Yella happy with that, or did they just know hip
You
hop
know
was
what?
for them?
Again, that's some bullshit.
Well, tell it to us.
That's some
Tell it to
bullshit.
us. Right. Tell it to us.
Motherfuckers was loving that shit.
Okay.
What happened was we got signed. We were one of the first group to get signed to a major label.
Okay.
Gave us 100 racks.
What was the
What
name of the
label?
label?
We were signed to Sony.
Okay.
Okay. Gave us 100 racks. We had an album deal, the whole 9 yards. Okay. And when you get 100 racks at their age, now I bought a house. I done had money. I'm making money from the club. I didn't see money before.
Right.
Okay. I've been seeing money for the past 4 or 5 years.
Right.
I'm grown.
Right.
I got kids.
Right.
I got 8 kids, I should say. And they did with their mamas.
Right.
So
Because they was kids.
They was kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So they went through their money like it was hot, like a hot knife through butter.
Right. I know they did.
And I bought a big old house, BMW. I'm balling, and they at my house every day, and we not working though. The phone ain't ringing. The phone ain't ringing because our album got held up. When you on an label like CBS, you behind Tina Marie, Luther Vandross,
yeah, all of that shit.
all these cats, and every time this shit come out, you getting bumped. We supposed to have been released in January. We got bumped to fucking July. Right. So our phone didn't ring for that man 6 months. Meanwhile, I got a house note, I got a car note, and I got 3 niggas hungry the motherfucker, eating up everything I can put in front of them.
Right.
And then when I got down to my last little bit of money, I'm like, well, shit, our biggest hit was a ballad. Before Turn Off the Lights, there was Lovers.
Right, yeah.
Lovers got us a whole bunch of money, whole bunch of tour, whole bunch of radio play. So I'm gonna go back and do another ballad.
Right.
Well, they was telling us, let's do this reality shit. That shit wasn't tested yet. It hadn't been proven yet. Ain't nobody done no reality shit but Mixmaster Spade.
Right.
And much love to him. He was basically in Compton.
Right.
He wasn't on no tours.
Right.
Shout out to my boy
It was a
Spade,
neighborhood
man.
thing. It was a neighborhood
neighborhood
mixtape.
thing.
Yeah.
The biggest hit they had at that time, as far as going national, was Toddy T's Batarang.
The Batarang.
And that was only one song. Okay.
Right.
That wasn't getting no big tours that I can see.
Right.
We just come off the road. I mean, we just experienced, going to London and shit like that. We balling.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I got to go back with a formula that I know that works for Wrecking Crew.
Right.
Okay. Well, man, let's do this street stuff. Yeah, that's cool. But it was never, and I'm going to say it in front of everybody in this room, it was never no gangster shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because wasn't no gangster shit to be done.
Right.
Only person doing any remote gangster shit was Ice-T and Just Ice out of New York.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Well,
There
see,
you
let's
go.
go before
That's dope.
then.
And then
When was you
wait.
doing-
Did King T actually hit at that
King
time?
T came later. I brought.
Okay, he came.
Yeah, that was later.
Yeah,
You know what I
King
mean?
T came later.
What was Dr. Dre, the song Dr. Dre, that was something you put
That
out.
was
Surgery.
Surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like a techno record, basically, right? Or
We
was
was.
it considered hip hop?
We was
I consider it hip.
we was techno dance
That was
motherfuckers. We
techno.
It was techno
That was
dance,
techno.
motherfucker.
Our groove was dance and romance. We gonna get you on the dance floor, get you laid. 1 and 3, 1 and 2.
Right.
But am I tripping? There was no techno then though. Like it might have been
you had that's the Planet Rock era.
right, but I'm saying, bro, at least in Inglewood where I came from, like that was hip. It was just early motherfucking
see-
hip hop.
Oh,
like
no.
No, that was
predated-
techno.
Yeah.
We was
There was no
we
rapping
wasn't
surgery.
doing no techno shit though. We
It
was
was-
breaking.
When you say, let me say
breaking was
this.
associated
Let me say
with hip
this.
hop.
When you say techno, before hip hop, it was funk.
It was
Right.
techno
We,
funk.
we was off of Cameo and
Right.
all that shit, right?
Right.
On the web.
Right.
Exactly.
Roger
Right,
Trauma and
right,
Zap.
right.
Then you got Run DMC. It's like that.
No, then you got Africa Bambaataa.
Bambaataa with
Yeah.
Planet Rock.
With
Yeah.
Planet
Planet
Rock.
Rock.
I was
See,
gonna
that
say
was the
that, but I was
shit.
gonna say
Right, that was the
Run
shit.
them.
That
You know what I'm
was-
saying?
But when, as
Electric
early as I
Kingdom and all
knew that, I was breaking like as it came out. So like I
Okay.
guess we never associated
on the
with
West
techno
Coast, we
in
was
my
breaking
hood.
off. We was popping and breaking.
We was
off of-
rocking.
off of-
We was rocking.
O'Brien
Planet
and
Rock.
shit. Right.
Planet Rock was the shit at Eve After Dark.
Right.
It was the shit out
was the
here.
shit
It was
everywhere.
everywhere.
Kraftwerk.
Genius of Love.
Yeah,
You know
Kraftwerk
what I'm
was
saying?
the shit everywhere.
What people do for money.
Yeah. Right.
All that shit. That was the people we was patting ourselves after.
Right,
Okay.
right.
And
For
Grandmaster
hip hop,
Flash.
we had Bobby, Jimmy, and the Critters.
Okay, that came after. Look at
That
that.
came after. That's
Mimicking
came
all that New York shit.
But we also had we had all the folks that was coming up, but we also had damn it, you fucked up my thought.
Because you thought about Bobby, Jimmy, and the
Fuck,
Critters.
yeah, that was right there.
Right.
South side to the best, north side to the least. Doing forward to hating, greater later, player to player. Real shit lasts forever.